Okay. It's almost time. We have 1 minute to 7 p.m. I hope Nigeria is ready for us and Enugu people. Ndi Enugu, I hope you guys are ready for us. Okay, so we have a minute or less than a minute to kickstart. Before then, let's just enjoy some music. I mean, it's Friday. Let's just vibe it. All right. Good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, Enugu. Because today it feels like we're in Enugu right now. Today we made a trip to Enugu this Friday. We are spending the weekend in Enugu. So today is a very special edition of our Meet the Vendor series. And I welcome us all for joining us live today. And especially welcome our vendor guest, Chef Daniel, to this live event. I mean, it's going to be very informative, educative, and you will learn one or two from this edition because this is a strong entrepreneur. This is someone who has mentored young girls, who has mentored youths in different capacity on how to be entrepreneurs on their own and how to feed the belly because that's what she does for a living. She feeds your belly at affordable prices. And if you are not on Raven Marketplace already, if you're not a vendor on Raven Marketplace, if you're not a buyer on Raven Marketplace, then you are missing. So with this, I welcome us all to today's special edition of the Meet the Vendor live series. I'll be your host as always, Stella Thomas. And I call all of us with my loudest voice from across Nigeria, not just Enugu, across the entire world, to welcome Chef Daniel Okeke to this live event. Thank you so much, Chef Daniel, for joining us on today's live event. Welcome once again. Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
thank you for honoring our invitation. All right, thank you guys for joining us. We are really excited to have you all on board today. Yeah. So without further ado, we'll jump straight right into it, right? So for those of us who are yet to understand or know what Review Marketplace is all about, so it's an online platform, an e-commerce platform, I would call it, that brings together business owners, vendors, entrepreneurs, Nigerians like you and I, on an online platform and connect them to buyers. And Chef Danielle here is a vendor on Raving Marketplace. She bakes cake, she makes food. What do you want to put in your mouth that will enter your stomach that Chef Danielle does not do? I mean, she is a wonder worker when it comes to that. She knows her onion, she knows the craft so well. She knows the craft so well, and I really appreciate her for making out time to join us on today's live event. I believe we'll have lots of fun on this edition because should they say the way to a man's heart is his stomach, right? So maybe ladies around here, ladies on the event can learn one or two spice to spice up their life or spice up their man's life, right? So yeah. So, so welcome once again, Jeff Daniel. Welcome once again.
Thank,
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
today we'll be learning about your journey. We'd like you to share your journey as an entrepreneur, as a baker, as a mentor, because I know you to mentor young girls. I know you to mentor youths of different capacity and levels. I think even from the University of Enugu as well, right? UNN and all. So you have, and you also have your own, your office, I would call it, your kitchen where you
Mhm.
have trainees under you. I mean, you're doing massive work in Enugu and being on an online platform as a vendor, it's more like spreading the good news, more like spreading the good news. And that's like you making lots of impact in the Nigeria economic ecosystem. And we're really grateful to have you on board. So, Miss Chef Danielle, I would like you to share your journey. How did Choco Bliss Cakes and More started? What was the inspiration? Was it that your parents were entrepreneurs or your mom was a baker or a cook or a chef and then you drew inspiration from that? Or you just finished school and then the inspiration came on you just like that? How did it start for you? We'd like to hear that beautiful story of yours as how you started, and maybe we might learn one or two. And if there is anybody out there who probably has an idea of how to start up a business, they can get one or two tips from your experience. So we really like to hear about your background and how you started the entire Choco Bliss cakes and more. So over to you, Chef Daniel.
Good evening,
All right.
everyone.
Good
Good evening,
evening.
everyone.
Good
So,
evening. Let me answer for everyone.
Daniel, okay, sorry, the network is really messy this evening around here, but we'll manage.
Fine. Yeah, sure.
Mhm. So, I'm the CEO of Choco Bliss Cakes and More here in Enugu. So, I started really small at home, my parents' balcony, having a little bucket of the tools I could manage.
Yeah.
So then it just started off like, and over time, we just had to feed the dream. So we moved from staying in my parents' balcony and having almost no tools to finding a little space where we were pushing it one cake at a time, one pastry at a time, until we found ourselves here. It wasn't easy, but passion was like we were really passion driven. So you sleep and you wake
Yeah.
up and you remember. I love what I'm doing. I love to bake. I love to create on my students, and I say no problem. I'm I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not backing out. So that's how we got here. And thanks for thank God for Raven that has also created this wonderful platform to make more people journey.
Yeah, that's an interesting journey, an interesting story, I must say, because it is your story. It started from somewhere, it started very little, like you said, one cake at a time, one piece at a time. But then with just making one piece, you still make magic. You create magic with all of that, and you enjoy watching people smile after you feed them with these your treats. I mean, I've really missed your treats actually because I'm a living testimony of that goodness. And I really
You have
wish
to thank
that
us for
everyone listening to me right now can also try Chef Daniel on Ravi Marketplace. So thank you for Chef Daniel for sharing that with us, right? That's more of a story of a resilient person because with the
Mhm.
Nigeria economic system, it's very easy for you to give up. It's very easy to give up, even when you have the passion. Like even when you're passion driven, if you consider the factors, the other factors around you, you may just close up your shop or just pack up things from your mom's house and then just go back to sleep. But then he kept on pushing. He kept on pushing. That's a true
Yeah.
African spirit. A true African woman. All right, thank you so much. All right, so
Yeah.
talking about mentorship, talking about training, talking about making impact in the society, and most especially within the Enugu community, both in the local environment and um the urban space. Because I remember, yeah, back then in Enugu, it was more in the central area of Enugu and all. Yet
Mm-hmm.
we're creating impact in those areas. So what has kept you going? Like, what was the fire? It's a different thing to know how to do these things. It's a different thing to know how to make money from them. It's another thing to be able to teach. It's another thing to be able to mentor. And for your mentees to actually grab what you are sharing with them. So what was the drive? What was the push? What was the motivation for you?
Okay. I look at these girls and I see the desire they have in their eyes to have a skill in that shoe. I know how it feels like to want to do something, but you don't have the access. So,
Yeah.
being that I've had the experience, I've been there. So, I felt like I love giving what I have. Why not just let them know they can try, let them know that they have a space where I can impact what I already know on them. Let them know that the learning a skill is not a big deal. Like, it's not impossible, it is possible. All you need is just the desire. Like, because it's the desire that pushes you to wake up and say,
True.
I really want to do this. Let me go out and see if there is somewhere for me. And some people are not privileged to get these things. So I try to tell them that you don't have to be from a very rich family that can afford to fund your training. You just have to wish. You have to desire because it starts from a wish.
Yeah, true.
I love to give them this these girls so that they can have the access to this knowledge. You get. So I was just passion driven. I wanted to impact. I wanted people to know that, young girls especially, to know that they can have something beyond what the society thinks or sees or feels about them.
That's massive. Let me use the words of is it Ola of Lagos? Yeah, that's massive. So that's really a lot, and that's so much to when they say a child does not just grow within the family, it is the entire
Mm,
community that if the
true.
child
True.
grow up well. That's exactly what you
Mm,
are doing, right? Creating
yeah,
impact,
true.
making impact in the lives of young girls, giving them something worth living for, really. Because if it's a different thing for a child to have a dream, to have a desire, and then another thing for it to be supported, right? Another thing for it to be supported. And that's what you have done, or what you have been doing over time, to support these young ones' growth, to support their dream, and help them make something useful out of their desires and out of their life. I mean, even the Bible says any man who is idle should not eat, right? You are giving them too, not just giving them fish. You're also teaching them how to fish. And that's a whole lot, right? That's a whole lot. And I must commend you for that. Yeah. So thank you for sharing that with us. All right. So the next question is, was there any turning point in the course of your business when you heard about digital spaces like Raven Marketplace? course, an online platform, right? Where they get to connect you to buyers even outside your locality. So what was the drive? Because our topic today is the fact it's bordering on the fact that you can actually make money outside a physical store, right? Even without a
Yeah.
physical store, you can actually make sales online. So what was the drive for you? What was the turning point after hearing about Raven Marketplace? Did you just jump on it, or something pushed you to actually subscribe to Raven Marketplace?
I jumped on it though. I had to because there are seasons of slow sales. When you know that slow kind of snail movement slow.
Yeah.
When you experience it, it happens. This is like that. You don't know what to do. Like everybody's selling online. You cannot say you're not online. You cannot. You have to depend on what you get from your physical store. These days, things don't work that way because depending on your physical store limits you to your immediate environment. You get,
Yeah.
but with platform Rainbow Marketplace, people get to, and this they give you professional face. Like you don't have to start explaining to a customer, no, I'm legit or this one and that
Mm.
one. So they just go there
Yeah.
and they know that it's just like things they do on GP and what's the other one called? When you get there, you know that people here are actually legit. Like they are not just fake, and they give you that space. They give you that opportunity to be known because you can have a very wonderful skill or knowing how to do nice shoes, create nice designs of culture and other things. And when nobody knows you, nobody knows you. That's just the thing. But when I heard about Raven, I knew that this is it. This is it because they they do a lot for you without even charging you. Like you don't even spend much. It doesn't stress you as well. You just have to is plenty.
It's plenty, it's massive.
There because how many people walks by your store on a daily, and out of the people that walks by, how many people knows about you, how many people would want to walk in and see what you do. But somebody in your area, somebody can be in your area without knowing that you offer the service or products
Those
they are searching.
services. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but once you jump onto Raven, everybody's on their phone all the time. That's just the truth. So they are going to find Raven, and when they find Raven, they are going to find you. So I think any business owner, especially a small business owner like myself, just have to forget anything you're doing and come to Raven. Otherwise, you're missing a lot. So that's my take on
Forget
that.
everything you're doing and come to Raven. I like that. I like that. And it's really massive, really. I mean, thanks for your kind words. Because really it's not nothing to lose, right? You don't
Yeah.
pay a dime and then you just have your product out there from a physical store to an online storefront. Anybody from anywhere can actually see
Mhm.
what you do. You don't have to explain, just like you said. And I like the fact where you added the ingredient of location, right? Someone in your locality may not know you actually carry out such service or you
True.
actually do a
True.
particular thing. But then they keep
Yeah.
seeing this product out there and Choco Bliss cakes and more. Who is this person? Who is this person?
Exactly.
Of course, they'll be inquisitive and want to browse through and check out the person. I know you make amazing
Exactly.
stuff. Is it chin chin? Is it cakes?
Yeah.
With so
Yeah.
much creativity in it. I see a lot of your products and I'm like, God, it's just distance. It's just distance that is the barrier here. It's just the distance. Otherwise, I love cakes, so I'll be at your store 247.
Mhm.
It's just the distance. All right, thank you so much. Okay, so our next question will be that so among, well, let me not be very certain about my statistics, right? You
Okay.
bake, you cook,
Yeah.
and of
Yeah.
course you're in Nigeria currently. And then when I
Mm,
compare the prices of some of your packages, as
mm,
beautiful as they and as premium, because that's your catchphrase. Premium as they look in the eye. I mean, it already shows quality. So how do you maintain the affordability? Because they're actually very affordable, I must say. They're actually very affordable given the Nigeria economy. How do you maintain the quality and the affordability? You're not increasing the money such that you make it very affordable for any kind of person, no matter your status, can afford, and you can also enjoy the goodness of what you create. So how do you maintain it? It still gives quality, it still gives premium. Like, how do you maintain it in this Nigerian economy? How do you maintain it?
okay. First of all, the first thing you put
Yeah.
the right ingredients, the freshest of the ingredients that you need, and you source from the best brands. That's first thing. What comes to
Yeah.
sell to them? Come them to buy from you. Then you buy creating a costing that is friendly. Like you have, I just try to make a price that is friendly. I know that some people are, in fact, in Nigeria today, everybody's living on a budget. Even the rich will say they
Yeah,
are living on a
definitely.
budget. So I had to just tailor down my prices to as low as 500. Like you can get something to for my ingredients from. I just try to source from places that
Like,
work, and I ask for places that things are at a less you get. So that's what I
yeah,
do. Then when I finish doing my shopping, I come down to my drawing board. There has to be some everybody, even if you're a student or even if you're a civil servant, whoever you are, no matter the size of your pocket, I'll have something for you. So you don't have to complain. You cannot say no, it's too expensive. By the time I
because I
show
don't
you
have
the
money.
package, you want a birthday pack. I will give you a birthday pack of 18,000. Right too. And you're not just buying things. So I have
I
to
don't
do
know if I
what I
should sell out that your trainings. I don't know if you should sell out your training school right now. I mean, that's like a very solid background. That's a very solid
honestly,
background.
you should, yes, yes, exactly, because they built me, like, they put it in my head that at all time you have to check quality, and somehow you find a way, no
Yeah.
matter how difficult. It is not difficult. I don't know. It's not simple, but network is really on our neck.
That's you being strategic. That is you being strategic. That is like as well, right? Because if you
True,
sit
true.
back and always go back to your drawing board to be able to accommodate
Of course.
very that's a very expensive quality, a very good quality to emulate from you today, Chef Daniel. And I hope that our listeners right now, our viewers right now, can actually take that. You don't settle for less because you want
No.
to go into business. Or
No.
because of the economic situation, still
No.
maintain premium, still maintain quality. I feel
Yeah.
like you dishing out quality product actually sells you out in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Still refer you to somebody else. You
Exactly.
refer you don't have
Oh,
to do the marketing.
true.
So I just hope that
Mm.
our listeners across, not just across Nigeria, even worldwide, because I can see some foreigners here can take that spice and apply it to their business or apply it to whatever it is they do.
Yeah.
It take you far, really. It take you far.
Mm.
Because I must say quality. You going to this very moment where you have your own office, you have your own store where you can of course you train people, premium training right now. It wasn't before where you were just baking from your mom's balcony. Right
No.
now you have your own office, and that's a result of resilience, a result of courage as well, because you can easily drop off in this
Exactly.
business life. You can easily drop off because of one thing, but then you still kept on going. And I believe that your successes and the drive to impact and the drive to give premium and quality is what has kept you to this very point. And we are grateful at Raving Marketplace to really have you, because Chef Daniel is one of the best in Enugu. Let me just tell you guys, if you are in Enugu and you're not patronizing that, then you're missing out. You are really, really
No,
missing out.
no.
If you have an occasion, birthday parties, weddings, just enter Raving Marketplace, search for Choco Bliss cakes and more.
Mm.
You have a contact there already. You can chat out from there. You can place your order. Pick the one that suits your pocket. Whatever suits your pocket. So you don't have to break the bank really. You don't have to break
Exactly.
the bank to get something to eat or to get something to celebrate. With Chef
Yeah.
Daniel, your prayers are answered. Your prayers
Amen.
are answered.
Sure, 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 sure.
All right. So my next question is: I understand that there is there's never a straight road, right? Even in the
Mm.
journey of being a Christian, there are times where you experience those pitfalls and those pitfalls around. There are challenges, and
Mm.
that also applies to business, right? Even in our personal lives. But then, as
Yeah.
regards to your business, what are those challenges that are common in this line of business, in the line of being a chef or being a baker? And so, what are the challenges that you experience or that are common in your business?
Okay. So aside from the price of things, like the economy affecting the price of things, like aside from that, another challenge we experience, and I know other bakers experience too, is logistics.
Yes.
Logistics. See these riders, they will stay your wife because you're going to you will finish a customer's order on time, in time, not even on time. they are waiting for their order by 2 p.m. Let's say 4 p.m. each, you're ready. The rider comes, picks it up, and tells you that he will be there he will be there in 20 minutes. He goes off delivering all that other stuff that he has collected. Then when your customer tries to reach the logistic person, they will tell them they won't even connect, you won't even reach them. So the customer calls and you begin to explain that I've sent this thing out and I don't know what is happening. So they won't even believe you because they are not there. You get, they are not there. So the logistic people, they are the in fact I've had an experience with them a lot. And I know I'm sure that there are other people that experience this too. They will agree with me that these riders they deal with us. Then another one is this thing of um customer requests. Sometimes you see people wanting you to compromise on your standards just to suit what they want. Yeah, because of course you know that as a baker, your primary concern should be what you're feeding to your customers. Like if a baker who is into business, what you're feeding to your customers should matter. So some people come to you, and I don't want to mention, then ask you to do some things that sound really funny, And most times these people, they are the ones that really pay you well. And they don't just come, they come off as your customer, they start patronizing you, and over time, they begin to make these requests. And when you don't succumb to the pressure, because they are going to pressure you, they are going to
Yeah.
pressure you by giving you mouth-watering offer that you cannot reject, considering that this country is tight and you need money.
I know, right?
so so now you have to say no. I cannot do it. First, as a Christian, there are things you should not do. There are things you should not do. At least for me, it's against my faith to do certain things as a baker. You get some designs are also some customers will tell you they will bring some designs that
No,
speak.
no.
So and I'll tell them, please, oh, I cannot. They'll tell you, I'll pay. How much are you charging for this? 10,000 naira. I'll pay you 100K. Is that serious? Oh? Is that serious? And you go home and you begin to think. Because you will think about it. You'll be like, almost 90K. This one is ready to pay. Oh. But you have to be a strong person. Say no. Aside from being a Christian, you don't want to put a stain on your name because you're trying to build a legacy. You're trying to build a name for yourself, for your brand, you know.
Yeah.
So you don't want having casualty because of what you did or what you gave out to people. So this is a serious challenge. At least for me, these are things I've experienced. And another challenge I experienced is customers that can never agree. They will never settle and they will never leave you alone. They won't settle. They keep telling you, I want this, I have this amount. You tell them, okay, see, I have this
Pressure.
option. I have this option. Let's go with this. Okay. I understand that this is what you want. Okay, I can get you something that looks like what you but at a different size. And they'll tell you no. No. So what do you want me to do? And they'll start preaching to you things like, my sister, my cousin is planning to have a wedding. All of us are going to patronize you. I don't do this thing. I will bring company to patronize you. It's a whole lot. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you remember this customer and you start praying. Praying for God to help you to like find the best way to at least
To
settle the issue so that they are happy and you are happy, even if they don't patronize
yeah.
you every day. let them still know that you handle the situation very well. So these are the few things I remember that we experienced here in this our industry.
Thank you for sharing those experience. I mean, I feel like managing people, managing people is one very key skill in every industry. And if
Yeah.
you're experiencing this one here,
Mm.
anyone coming up, upcoming bakers right now should already learn that you'd experience this kind of demanding things, pleasurable things, and you have to be prepared. You have to be
Yeah.
prepared. And when you
Yeah.
made mention of the fact that sometimes you don't want to compromise your faith, and I'm right now I'm wondering what kind of requests those kind of clients come with. But then that will be a discussion for another day. That will be a
Honestly,
discussion for
it has
another day.
it has to
So
be.
I didn't get that. All right, thank you for sharing those challenges with us. I believe that our viewers today have learned one or two. First of all, let me do a brief recap so that if you are just joining us, you would still get the vibe of this conversation. It's been a healthy conversation. If you are
Yeah.
starting off a business, do not compromise on quality. Still dish out premium services, irrespective of the challenges around you. And then you must
Mm.
have interpersonal relationship because trying to manage people, trying to manage your clients, it's a whole, it's a different thing on its own. It's a different thing on
Mm-hmm.
its own. And I've also learned personally about spirituality as well, right? Involving
Mm.
God in your business, praying about your business. And
Mm.
finally, the fact that you can also reach your customer base even without a physical store. Fine, you may
Yeah.
have a physical store, but with an online store like Raven Marketplace, it's much better because persons who may not have reached you physically may reach you online. And then those
Yeah.
around your locality that may not know what exactly you do have the opportunity to actually reach out to you and contact you to make them one or two. So thank you
Yeah.
so much, Chef Daniel, for making our time to join us on today's discussion, today's conversation. It's been a very healthy one and a very impactful one.
You're
Personally, I've
welcome.
learned so many things from this conversation, and I hope that our viewers have also learned one or two. I believe that if
Sure.
you take home the lessons from today's conversation, it is something that would take you from level one to level three, or even more if you are consistent with it. And I believe that
Mm.
consistency is one thing that has kept us this far, and that has kept
True.
Chef Daniel as well this far, being consistent with dishing out quality and premium services to her clients. So you can also
Yeah.
be her client, you can also have the opportunity to enjoy premium services, really. Enjoy premium cake, chin chin. Should I
True.
start listing them? Just go on Raven Marketplace, search Chef Danielle. You would see the list of items or list of things she bakes, list of magical items that comes from her kitchen. And don't miss it. Try not to miss it. If you're in Enugu, this is your go-to chef, and you shouldn't miss out at all, right? And if you are not on the Raven Marketplace platform, you should head to Play Store or App Store if you are using an iPhone to download the Raven Marketplace app. Download the Raven Marketplace app. And if you're a business owner, you have the Raven Store Owner app for you to leverage on and showcase your products. So thank you so much for joining us on today's live edition. And we're excited to have you here. And thank you to all our viewers. Thank you for joining us and not keeping us here alone. Yeah. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to listen to more conversations like this because we have a whole lot of vendors, business owners across Nigeria who you can learn from and tap from their grace, tap from their story. I mean, because their story is a thing to learn from, it's a thing to draw inspiration from. So you can even listen to this conversation and start your own business and start earning and start making money and start making that contact that you truly
Yeah.
deserve. So thank you so much for joining us, and do well to join us next month, next edition of the Meet the Vendor series. And once again, you may not have a physical store, but yet you can reach your customers or your clients with Raven Marketplace. So if you are not already on the platform, head to Play Store, head to App Store, and download the Raven Marketplace app or the Raven Store owner app if you're a business owner, and start enjoying goodness. And all the Enugu folks, don't miss out on this. Like, Chef Daniel is very, very affordable with beautiful premium services. I mean, you have nothing to lose if you patronize Chef Daniel. Patronize her on
True.
Raving Marketplace. You're supporting her business. You're supporting a Nigerian. You're supporting a woman. So thank you, Chef Daniel. I don't know if you have any final words for us of our viewers today. So we would like to take home something
Okay.
from you.
Yeah. So, growth is possible, but it's hard. Let's just
Mm,
have in mind that it's possible. And in the everybody, like global, everybody. So you cannot just depend solely on it. You have to come out, because if you don't come out, you will not be seen. I didn't
true.
mention that the major challenge that we get is, marketing is it's not easy to a nice project or a product and sell it off. It takes a lot
Yeah.
of professionalism, people a lot. But the platforms like Raven have made it very easy for you. You don't have to strangle yourself trying to own a website. You can just start with your phone, find Raven, take good pictures of your product. Just put in a little effort. That's all you have to do.
Yeah. Think our network today is acting up. Hi, Chef Daniel. All right, so we have heard from Chef Daniel. You can start small. You necessarily do not need a website. You can start small with platforms like Raven Marketplace. If you are a business owner in Nigeria, list out your products on Raven Marketplace, have it marketed for you, right? You don't have to pay a dime to have your products out there. You don't have to pay a dime to get connected to buyers. All you have to do is create a shop on the Raven Store Owner app and list out your products with their prices and their description, and you have yourself an online store. So you have nothing to worry about. With Raven Marketplace, for now. Bye, everyone. Thanks, Chef Daniel. Thank you. Thank you, Glory. Thank you, Abra. Thank you so much for joining us. See you again next time. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us across social media handles to get updates on our events and giveaways. So thank you. All right, bye, guys. Bye for now. See you again next time.